Ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again inside the Paradox. Here we are. Chris, you look so excited for NXT this week.
Yay.
The whole show got like a -10 on the Thrasher rating. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Paradox Podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Podcast Paradox. Make sure you swallow us here. Don't forget to check out CCWFL on Twitter as well. We're just gonna jump right into it, man. It's the war, but it's just it doesn't even feel like a war anymore, does it?
No.
No war anymore.
No, it's like a giving up. Waving the white flag.
Dude, the white flag is gone. They're like, Taz, let me see your towel, and they just threw that shit in there.
Yeah. I'm not even wearing our shirt because the war is over.
Actually,
it was laundry day. It got washed.
I have a new shirt for you, by the way.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I don't have to wear the same one over and over again.
Exactly. Thrasher for the past if you want to buy our shirts, you can buy our shirts. Just let us know. I'll even throw in a free sticker, and I'll throw in a nude of Thrasher.
Yeah.
On a cooler, naked at a game.
That has been done before.
I will have him sign it. So the big thing about these past couple weeks and what Thrasher keeps repeating is it's all about how you start your show.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how strong your show is when you start, and that's what's going to carry you through. So tonight we're going to start with the opening of the stronger of the shows, and that is AEW. I feel like this company deserves our time. I feel like they're not trying to insult us with all these. I mean, there is insulting us, but we're going to skip past some of the things. I'm watching Wrestling New Day. It's a new day watching wrestling here in my house.
Day.
Yes, it is. Real quick, can we talk about Big E's solo run coming up? Pretty exciting.
No,
I'm excited about that. No, we cannot. I'm excited about it. Finally getting away from them. All right, so let's get into it. We open up with the 10-man tag match, Inner Circles versus Best Friends and Friends. And this is where Thrasher takes over.
Well, I'm not on these kind of matches, if it's 5-on-5, I prefer an elimination version of it, not just 10 men in the ring all the time, or 8 men standing on the apron. But I thought it was a cool Marco stunt where he jumped onto Lucha's back and they did the dive from the apron. That was pretty cool. The match was decent. Match ended with Matt Hardy pushing Sammy G off the top rope. Ended with was kind of kabuki-ish. Lucha has to wait for Hardy to get in the ring. I don't know. I guess Hardy took forever to come through the crowd. Best Friends and Friends get the win.
Yes. It's there's a few spots I want to break down. First of all, we need to go back to the way beginning. I think Luchasaurus and Jungle Express thought they were going to get their own music.
They didn't.
And
they waited.
They waited, and I think they thought in their mind they were going to get it, and I think the reason they did it is because Justin Roberts fucked up.
Yeah.
Justin Roberts fucked up. That was all on the fly, and Justin Roberts was like, and their partner, and he announced them, and they're like, fuck, do we go out? Like,
right.
Is it our time? Are we supposed to get music, man? What the fuck? Come on. Get it
Where's
together,
my pyro?
Where's my pyro? So there's that, and then the way the match started with Jericho getting in the ring and then just to tag out the Hager is just so heel, so Jericho. You brought it up a couple weeks ago how he was bringing like the true heel back. You guys want the match? You want the rematch? Well, you're not going to get it. And that's what Jericho's been doing lately, and it's just dragging us back in. He's been doing it for 25 years, and it just keeps getting better and better. There was a spot in the match. This is where I don't like the tag team style in AEW. They have the best tag teams in the world, but the style of their wrestling is just it doesn't intrigue me. And even JR said, he was like, is this a 10-man tag tornado match? Like, why is everybody in the ring?
Well, I just
he even said it himself.
Like I said, I don't like a 10-man tag match if it's not elimination.
Yeah.
It just gets confusing. There's too much going on at one time. And me personally, I don't know. The only downfall in this match is the biggest storyline that you have in this match is Jericho and Orange Cassidy. Yes. And you don't feature it. Hey,
at
it was
all.
a good match. It was a good match, and it, like I've said from the get go, the first match is good. It's the shows your style of the night you're gonna have. It's gonna be a good night, but you don't feature OC and Jericho.
Exactly, and they are, like you said, they're drawing their demos. I mean, the ratings they're getting is amazing.
Right.
So
So I think if they would have had an elimination, and it would have been left with, you know, Sammy G and Jericho against Orange Cassidy, Jericho on the outside, hurting. Sammy G goes up for the 450 of the shooting star. Hardy comes down, you know, knocks him out. Orange Cassidy pins him. Then you have Jericho one-on-one, and then Orange Cassidy somehow gets the win on that. That's how I would have wrote it.
I wouldn't have wrote it there. I would have let Jericho get the win in that
No,
big match
you
because
don't want that. You don't want that because you want Orange Cassidy to get a win because he already lost Jericho once. So if
yes,
they're
but get
wrestling,
Orange Cassidy to the win at their next time they go one-on-one, so it's a better one-on-one. I beat you, no 10-man, no bullshit. That would be a bigger win for OC in the future.
no, because you got to look longevity. Like, are they going to do this for another pay-per-view after that? Like, are they going to do this at All Out? So if you get him to pin Jericho, then you say, oh, it's a rubber match. And then you can either have like a kabuki finish in 2 weeks because Inner Circle's going to get involved and everything like that. Then you can do it at All Out, for like tiebreaker. Oh, that last one didn't count, blah, blah,
It's on
blah.
my birthday, by the way, just so you know.
And no one cares.
There was okay, so I know she's the most loved referee, but God, she fucking sucks. There was a spot
The end when she
where
slid across the ring.
no, there was a spot where Inner Circle, Trent's in the ring, getting beat down, and the whole Inner Circle gets in and starts doing. She stops, looks at it, turns around, and
Yeah.
stops the best friends from getting in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you just saw them doing it. What are you doing? Like,
Can't
so
fix stupid.
no, dude, her dumbass crying in front row. Daniel Bryan's retiring. Who cares? Daniel Bryan to retire after my pay-per-view when MJF puts him in a fucking wheelchair. So yes, as you said, Matt Hardy music. He hits Sammy off the top rope. Lucha gets the pin. There was an interview or a tweet or something that Hardy put out, and I don't know if it's a work or a shoot, but Hardy said he was like really pissed at Sammy for like being suspended, and he thought that was gonna be a good storyline. And I don't know if it was a work or a shoot, but he said he was upset. So
No, I think it's the work. I think nowadays you're seeing a lot of things that works, like I've
yeah,
said.
and it's working. It's working. I mean, Adam Cole, and Pat McAfee
No,
after
no,
sucked
no,
me in.
no, no.
It sucked me in, but it was a work.
We'll talk
Like,
about it later. We'll talk about it
I
later.
know. I'm just saying things in wrestling now. I always think wrestling is as fake as it can be, but once it starts to blur that realism era, like, okay, he said that, but did he mean it? Like, it's getting to a point now.
You called me right when it happened, and I'm like, that's 100% of work.
Yeah, I know, but at first it felt fuck yous, pieces of shit's being dropped around here. Sorry, that's not really Vince McMahon's style. Anyway,
On Pat McAfee's show, on his YouTube show, you can curse, you can do whatever you want. So
obviously,
So,
but does
but you gotta
Vince
realize, though.
McMahon want that?
I mean, on NXT, Keith Lee can drop the bullshit and ass.
It's bullshit.
Right.
All right.
But I mean, I gave this match a 3 stars. It was all right.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
All right. So the next, we have a promo, first promo of the night. This was a little refreshing because they never really put promos in between the first two matches. So to get a little break in the middle of it was nice. You had a Mox promo calling out Cage and Starks for jumping Darby and, jumping the little Migo and all that. So you get Mox and Darby versus Cage and Starks tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before this next match, we get into this, which is the TNT title match. Last week, we had the debut of Eddie Kingston, Mad King, on AEW. My first response, Chris, was we need to get that man a contract. They need to get that man a contract and put him on every Wednesday. And you told me, no, it's not going to happen. But I guess they watched the show. And they heard me fight.
I didn't say it wasn't gonna happen.
No, okay, you didn't say it was gonna happen. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't want them. Like, that's the thing. I don't want them.
Okay, you don't want them. So But I guess they listen to me because I'm the good-looking one in this group.
Mm.
You know, the bearded belly bullies. We're open. What's up? Tag titles. Primo,
Mm.
Epico, holla at us. We gotta start small, baby. CCW, here we come. No, I mean they brought him in, and now he's all elite. And I guess this was a huge petition that like people on Twitter were all over Twitter, sign Eddie Kingston, sign Eddie Kingston. Well, they signed him. So that's not all they signed. That is not all they signed. Signed somebody else too.
Oh, it's a short contract. It's a really small contract.
Who, Eddie? Because not this next one.
The next one is a short-term contract. It's a short-term contract.
I heard
he negotiated his own deal.
Very smart. All right, so Warhorse versus Cody. And the way Cody comes out with Arn and they're like looking over a playbook, I don't get that. Do this move here. Oh, okay, I'll set up for it. Thanks.
It's the Andy Reid Waffle House menu.
The Waffle House menu got Mahomes $500 million. So you have Warhorse, who's already in the ring, right? Didn't even get music.
Yes, he did.
Did he get music?
Yes, he did.
I'm tripping.
Yes, he did. Because he came out and he went on the stage and he did his
Oh yeah, there's three things: water's wet, grass is green, and Warhorse rules ass. So anyway, it was a great match. I thought it was a very good match. I don't know a lot about Warhorse, but I was interested. At the end of the match, I was very interested. And he's not someone that's going to sign with AEW. He apparently has his name on the indies, and that's where he is known, and that's where he's going to stay. He loves the indie. He loves the indie scene apparently. So that's, dude. I went on his Twitter afterwards. I don't know if you noticed. We started following him, but dude, he gashed. I don't know if you ever saw it, but he ripped his lip like off his face. Did you see that? Where he hit like a turnbuckle? Dude, I didn't even notice that scar. That shit was crazy.
I wasn't a big fan of this match.
No, I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot.
I only gave it like 2.25 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did we watch the same match?
The match starts off slow. It picks up mid-match. Warhorse didn't really have his best performance tonight. Didn't impress me too much. I've seen better matches of him on YouTube. The only thing that got my attention was more heelish tendencies from Cody, doing push-ups during the match, etc.
Yeah.
Cody wins via the figure 4.
That's more of a figure 6. He like kind of half bridges.
Yeah.
Because we got the figure 4 and the figure 8. He's like a figure 6.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I was reading something.
Sorry. I thought you were staring. I thought you were staring at me. I was like, "Do you want me to take off my shirt?"
No, I was reading something that popped up on my computer. I'm sorry. No, it just didn't do much for me. I mean, like I said, I've seen better matches on the indies from Warhorse. I don't know if. I mean, there was that one spot where he threw Cody into the corner. Cody came out and he went to go do that hip toss, and it looked like he was too close to him. So I don't know if he thought he was going to do a power slam or what. But it just looked like a terrible, like, it was too deep of an arm hook to toss him over. Yeah. It didn't look right.
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about. It was a little weird. There were a couple spots. First things first, that double stomp to the back of the neck, I thought looked really cool coming off the apron like that. And then the elbow drop from Warhorse. That elbow drop looked good, man. The way like he jumps and the way he tucks in at the last second, little Macho Man-esque. I liked it. It looked good.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Joey Janela's.
Anyway, so after the match, we have Dark Order.
John Sterling and Reynolds come out.
Yep, Dark Order comes out. They attack Warhorse and Cody. I thought they were honestly going to try and recruit Warhorse. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? So Arn's standing there looking like he's about to lay a spine buster and some DDTs into people. And then somebody comes out from the back, man. And I'm like, that guy looks a little familiar. I thought it was the lead singer of Skillet at first. That's exactly what it looked like. He looked jacked as fuck with his hair slicked back. I'm like, who is that? And they didn't get the camera on him in time. and it's Matt Cardona.
Mm-hmm.
And he's big.
He's jacked. I've told you. I've been watching him.
Strong island, baby.
Dude, I told you he's jacked, and like he's just nothing been working out. And
yeah,
he's him and like, get off topic. I follow his podcast on YouTube, with Brian Myers, Kurt Hawkins. They actually they collect wrestling figures. Like he has like the very first wrestling figure. He has all the collections. Bro, what they
kind of
do?
like you are with Hot Wheels.
Yes.
If you don't know, Thrasher collects Hot Wheels like they're going out of fucking style. This guy's disgusting. His son loves it.
Yeah. Every time I go to Walmart and I find a new one, they're $1, so I just buy 5 of them at a time. Like it's the craziest thing. But what they did is they have a fantasy league of wrestling action figures, and what they do is they build like weekly shows with the wrestling figures, and they write storylines and pay-per-views, and they do a draft, and they have criteria, like they can only do like this line, but like let's say you draft Diesel, you get Diesel and Kevin Nash. If you draft Mankind, you get Mick Foley, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. It's pretty fucking cool. Like I watched the whole hour draft, and like it's pretty fucking cool. Like
that's what's up.
Yeah,
you gotta send me some links, man.
It is. It's pretty cool. Like I mean, you have to watch it in order to understand it.
I kind of get the outline. I get the gist.
Man. But I follow him and I watch him working out, and everything like that, and you can just see he was just getting bigger and bigger. But also, no one realized how big he's gotten because he wasn't on TV much.
Yeah.
So like when he come out, he looked like Matt Morgan.
Dude, he looked huge.
He looked like Matt Morgan.
Yeah.
I mean, you compare him to WrestleMania a couple of years ago when he won the IC title to when he was on Wednesday night. You don't know.
Person.
You don't know who it is.
It's like you 365 days ago.
100%.
Bro. Chris is like, it's like Johnny Depp I'm staring at right now on the other side.
Yeah, seriously, to our fans, November 26th, that was 302 pounds. I am 239 right now. See, even the bitches love me. They're barking all over the place.
Shut up, bitch. All right, so let's get back into this, man. So next we have a promo. So we go match, promo. Schiavone
this was a good promo. I like this.
This was a great promo. Yeah. This was hilarious. There were so many spots. Tony Schiavone starts talking about Schiavone. Shall we call it Schiavone the whole time? Yeah. Schiavone's talking about All Out, building it up. September 5th, my birthday.
Who cares?
I'm gonna be with you, best friend. They come out and they address Matt Hardy. And let me tell you something. This spot, I'm laughing so hard I might butcher it. But this spot of him calling him a son of a bitch like 3 times, and the way Sammy Guevara says son of a bitch has me cracking up. And then Jericho.
Son of a bitch.
Then Jericho turns to fucking Sammy. He's like, hey, Sammy.
How do you say
son of a bitch in Spanish? And he's like, son of a L bitch. Or some shit like that.
And you see not Tito. Ortiz and Santana, they go, yep.
So we find out we're actually getting the rematch that Jericho said would never, ever happen against OC in 2 weeks. But that's not it. Next week, we get a debate. Who's the debate hosted by?
Eric Bischoff.
Is it?
Yeah, because I think it was last week on 83 Weeks, the podcast with Conrad Thompson and Eric Bischoff. They had Tony Khan on it. Or it was one of the podcasts, I don't know. But Tony Khan, Eric Bischoff, and Conrad Thompson were on it. And Tony Khan says Eric Bischoff was so influential in, getting AEW off the ground. Like they looked towards what Eric Bischoff did and everything along those lines.
For 83 weeks though, right?
Yeah, only for 83
So
weeks.
only for 80. So at week 84,
yeah.
What's our plan?
So, I mean, there was no correlation up until last week of Tony Khan and Eric Bischoff even communicating. So it's only my guess would be Eric Bischoff be the moderator.
Now, Jericho's not a fan of Bischoff, was he?
No, they've buried the hatchet.
Have they buried the hatchet?
Mm-hmm. Like Cat Pete, Tony.
Like Cat Pete. That's yeah. Smell like orange juice still? Nah, you smell like Cat Pete.
Tony.
All right. So next we have an F. All right. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna sound like a dick, but that's okay. So next we have FTR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a promo of them signing their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Arn comes in to review the contracts because Arn is a tag team guy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Tag team consultant.
Tag team. So what the fuck? If they have not been on contracts, run.
Mm-hmm.
Run. Get your shit and run the fuck away from this company. Run to Impact because that's your future. Dude, so far you have been married to a team out of Mexico that doesn't speak English and a mid-card team who stole your truck. And the one team that everybody wants to see you face, they're making you team up with them. The only reason people wanted you in AEW is, and the team you're going to get at FTR, fuck the Revival, Bucks, fuck all that, whatever, you're teaming up with them. Dude, this is not a good start for FTR. If you have not signed your contract, run, take your shit to AEW and feud with fucking Motor City Machine Guns.
They are in AEW.
I'm sorry, TNA, get with Motor City Machine Guns, the North, all them. Go there.
But this is all a work. It's an angle. That's the only way that they can get Hangman Page in on that. Dude, they're setting up for it.
I get it. I'm just playing kayfabe right now. If the contracts weren't signed, if the contracts weren't really signed, get the fuck out of that company.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, 100%. This is setting up, especially for the whole tag team appreciation night hosted by them.
I get it.
Yeah,
Are you not upset, bro, that how they've been, like, booked so far?
No, I love the way they've been booked.
Dude, come on.
Love the way they've been booked.
They had to get tag team right now.
They had to get the Lucha Brothers back on TV somehow. And before they went off TV, before coronavirus happened, Lucha Brothers were one of the top tag teams. Okay, they had them put in a faction with Pac. Pac can't come back overseas, can't come back from home, so they got to put him somewhere. So they put him as a stable with Butcher and the Blade. Well, I don't know if it's stable, but had a 4-man, 8-man tag.
It's working, I guess, but I just don't like them beating FTR, bro. Come on, that's not.
They didn't really beat them. It was.
But FTR has a blemish on their record now.
Right, but I mean,
why they should be fucking 25-0 going into this.
No.
Put their numbers like Bill Goldberg. 1 week he's 1-0, next week he's 5-0, next week he's 14-0, so on, 200-0.
Drink your Kirkland water, but if they really watch our show, here's what I think they should do for Tag Team Appreciation Night.
Listen the fuck up, Cody.
Okay, you should run just tag team only matches, and you should do it like old UFC style, and have brackets, and have. First off, big news was released, I think yesterday. AEW is talking about Dynamite going to a third hour. Have it run tag team style and have them wrestle multiple times so that you have the tag team. Whoever wins can wrestle 4 times in a night.
Bro, they have to go to the third hour. They have too many big names signed.
Right. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Tag Team Appreciation Night.
No, I get that. I'm sorry. I was just spitting it out there. They have to go to a third hour.
Drink your Kirkland water.
I am.
But if you just run it then you can have – can you imagine in the finals you have – Omega and Page versus FTR after they wrestled 3 grueling matches, just beat the shit out of each other. There's going to be no dives, no nothing like that. A true 80s wrestling match.
Dude. And then Page turn on them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
It's how I think it's going to happen because I see FTR being the ones to take the belts off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just to set up for that whole Page and Omega thing. Like, have them hit like the fucking, like the, what do they call it? The Mind Buster.
Mm-hmm.
Have them hit the Mind Buster on Omega and just kind of have Page just stand there and watch them pin them. and take the titles.
Well, if you watch being the Elite on YouTube, they had a skit this week where Paige like walked out in the hallway and FTR was leaving the building, and he goes, "Hey guys, I just want to say, thanks for coming out and save me." And here they were like, "Oh yeah, no problem." He goes, "Oh, anytime you guys want to grab a beer or anything like that, And they were like, "Oh, are you offering?" He goes, "Well, yeah, I'll meet you at the hotel bar." And they're like, "We're leaving now." And he goes, "Well, can I ride with you?" And they're like, "Yeah, come on, we got the truck right here." And they walk out the door.
See? And Omega walks out of the shitter with toilet paper on his shoe, like, "Where'd you go?"
No, they didn't show him. They
I
didn't
know,
show
but
him
I'm
at
saying
all.
it'll look good that way.
But that's just like, see, in order to, the only thing I don't like about Dynamite is they have a lot of innuendos, like throwing back to being the Elite, and on YouTube, but they don't talk about it on Dynamite.
Yeah,
Like
I
for
noticed
instance,
that too. They kind of separate the two.
for instance, like the next match, you have Dark Order versus Hangman Page and Omega, which I thought was a great match, by the way. I think Stu Grayson and Evil Uno are very good. They're very underrated. I would love to see Stu Grayson and Kenny Omega in a one-on-one long match, very long match. Omega and Page get the buckshot with a buckshot V trigger for the win. Brody Lee goes out on stage. Now, the whole thing with the throwing the papers at Evil Uno, that is a skit bit on being the Elite. No one would have known that if they don't watch it.
I didn't know it.
Exactly. To end every episode, what he does, like they're trying to recruit new guys into being the Dark Order. So like they've had a chance to get Hangman Page. Like they said they have an email set up, and they're like, "Hey, we found an email from Hangman Page," and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna recruit him." They're like, "Oh, it's from October of last year. We just saw it." So that's when Brody Lee took the papers and he started throwing them at people's heads. And last week, Evil Uno had Brody Lee grabs the papers and Evil Uno puts a Jacksonville Jaguars helmet on, and he hits him in the head. Hits him in the helmet with the paper. He goes, "Take that fucking helmet off." And he takes the papers and just throws it at his head. But like no one would know.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, so like that's what sucks. But going into the Dark Order match, I thought it was a great match, and I thought Colt Cabana being in the quote unquote Dark Order or hanging out with the Dark Order on commentary was fucking great. I thought it was great.
And we get Anna Jay finally in
smoking hot in
so
spandex.
So fucking good.
She looked like you know what it is? I think Allie just gave her wardrobe. And
that's
wear this.
Bro, I swear to God, in my mind, I was just thinking, I was just about to say it, but I was like, don't sound like an asshole. I'd have been like, oh my God, Allie and Anna Jay.
She just goes, here's my bunny costume. Here, you wear this.
Yeah. So a couple things I want to break down for this match really quick. And so we see Anna Jay finally get to see her in the Dark Order, and then out of nowhere, boom, commercial. Like, wait, where the fuck did that come from? Like, I didn't even know they were going to commercial. Like, because usually they're like, all right, going to commercial here, And there was another part in this match where I'm just nitpicking little shit. Things I catch, I'm watching, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you say that? And I just write it down. But Stu Grayson, where he goes for the belly to belly, he like pushes, I think it was Omega, he like pushed him down into Evil Uno's knees, and he popped back up. He's like, get over here. Fucking hit that belly to belly. Just that little get over here. I was like, that was a nice little shout out Mortal Kombat. And then there was a V trigger on Evil Uno towards the end. I think you know what I'm talking about, and that's the one where he it looked really stiff. Like he hit him pretty hard with that V trigger.
Hey, you noticed Evil Uno's lost a lot of weight.
He's gotten thin.
Yeah, I think he had a surgery because he wasn't wrestling for months.
Do you think maybe he got like a bypass?
I think he got gastric bypass because he lost a lot of weight really fast. Like I would say he's lost 150 pounds.
Yeah, he looked really thin in the ring the other night.
And he looked good. He looked very good. Very, very good. I think that's the reason why they tried bringing Colt Cabana and all these different guys in, because Evil Uno wasn't, wrestling or clear to wrestle.
Yeah, no, he definitely lost some weight. So because when I was watching him on stage, I'm like, dude, he's a big guy. And they got in the ring, and I'm looking at his waist, and I'm like, man, he's really thin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought he was way thicker than that.
Yeah.
So next we have a Britt Baker promo.
I fast forwarded it.
Yeah, there's not much there. Big Swole.
Beating a
Anyway,
dead horse.
Yep. So we have next Diamante versus
Shida.
Shida in a
Very
non-title
good match. Very good.
Couple
match.
spots that I made a phone call. The Canadian Destroyer. It was a
very
very
good match.
It was a very good match. Yes, there was a spot where Diamante kind of slipped a little bit here. Maybe didn't look so good going down one way or another, but it was a good match. Yes. Got a little sloppy at the end, but a good match.
I love how I even wrote this on our notes. I said a very good match. I love how they are pushing our friend Diamante.
Yes.
Shida gets the win with the running knee strike. I love how she put Diamante on the guardrail and did that running knee.
Mm-hmm.
That was very good. But you got to realize, though, those sloppy little,
Well, you know what I'm talking about, the Canadian Destroyer where she like rolled into the ropes. It wasn't horrible. You could just tell it was just they didn't time it properly. This was a big match for Diamante.
Well, no, you just have to, I don't think it was that. I just think it was – you see a lot of that in women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You never see a clean match. And I'm not degrading or being sexist or anything like that, but men's wrestling matches are the more crisper of the, because – I mean, a lot of these women in wrestling now, it's not showmanship, but it's not brawl and panties matches either. It's wrestling, but they're just not as crisp. Because you also got to realize too, Shida is pretty tall for a woman's wrestler. I mean, she's not Charlotte Flair, she's not Rhea Ripley or anything like that, but she's a taller-esque for an AEW wrestler. And Diamante is very tiny.
Yeah.
So there is also a size difference there. So it's a Mazel Tov cocktail when you get both those together,
Yeah.
But I thought it was a very good match.
I think Diamante should be getting a contract here.
I think so.
Yeah. And speaking of Diamante getting a contract, that means she might need a manager. Oh shit! Wait, Eddie Kingston was just hired.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Eddie Kingston's a better mouthpiece than a wrestler.
Yeah, but you're not going to. I think what's going to happen is you're going to get Santana and Ortiz split from Inner Circle. That's going to get LAX again. Because like I said last week, you're not.
And Diamante's LAX, so why wouldn't Diamante join that to kind of boost her name up a little bit?
Right, but you're not going to have him manage only Diamante because you have Vicky Guerrero in the women's division as the mouthpiece. You're not going to overshadow Vicky Guerrero.
You won't overshadow her, but you have LAX get back together, and maybe we get a little homicide. You never know.
No, he's retired.
Has he?
Yeah, he's retired.
No. Damn.
That's the reason why they don't use the LAX, because of him.
Yeah.
You might get Hernandez, but not homicide.
Yeah. So
but
next,
I don't think AEW needs another stable.
No, they don't. But it would be nice to have LAX back.
I mean, because then if you get another stable, it's going to be NWO all over again.
Yeah. NWO, LWO, BWO.
So the next, you have Nyla Rose promo where she picks a poker chip for the women's tag tournament that starts on Monday on YouTube. And she picks the purple one. And
who else picked the purple chip, Chris?
Trinity from WWE.
No, that was Cameron. Trinity's Naomi.
Cameron. Which her name is
Adrian.
No, her name's not Adrian. It's Arian.
Yeah. There you go. Sounding more like a dude.
Yeah.
No, who's next? A-Boy? Do we get A-Boy next? Like, what the fuck?
Actually, A-Boy is a wrestler.
I know A-Boy's a wrestler, but do we get her next in fucking Fox?
I don't know.
All right. So after that, dude, Did you see Nyla's face when she walked out? Like, she didn't know. She was like, what the fuck? Like, really, guys? Tony, is this a prank?
Bye, girl.
All right. Next, we have the state of the address.
I have to give credit where credit is due. I love this promo.
Dude. dude,
I don't like
MJF is just.
I don't like the whole like presidential thing. I think that was kind of like cheesy. But if he would have came out and said no gimmicks, no gimmicks, no nothing, and he went like off the cusp, like went hard on Moxley like he did, but with no presidential, no nothing like that or anything, that would have been top of the line, best promo I've ever seen. If he would have went pipe bomb esque on Moxley with no president State of the Union address, shit like that, then that's what won me over 100%.
So we have to remember where Tony Khan grew up. Tony Khan grew up in the 90s like we did. He grew up with WCW, he grew up with WWF, and he grew up with shows like South Park and other things like that. All those shows always play to what's happening now in the times. The presidential debate is what's happening in the times. He is getting viewers. He's getting looked at. And MJF was the perfect character for it. I know you don't like it. That's fine. I wasn't a huge fan of it either. But the underlining messages were great. When he told the girl, he's like, hey, baby, smile for me. Or he said the girl, smile or some shit. Like, that's a huge thing right now in the Me Too movement where, like, girls are telling guys, don't tell me to smile. Mm-hmm. And for him to do that on national television, I was like, you sly dog, dude.
But I just think if it was done with no gimmicks, no nothing. If he would have came out, like, honestly, without Wardlow in the set, just sat in the corner, like a Raven-esque style, sat in the corner and just went off, pipe bomb-esque, bro, won me over 100%.
Dude, he said he came from the land of the Titans, or the place of Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just a little it was good. So we are going to have, this is my guess for All Out. It's going to be Mox versus MJF. And I think it's going to be Sammy Guevara versus Cody for the title. And I think one of those titles is changing hands.
I wouldn't get so fast on Sammy Guevara and Cody.
I'm spitting shit out, man, because I know Cody's watching, so I'm just giving him little ideas.
I think it's going to be Matt Cardona at All Out.
Yeah.
And Cardona loses, yeah. And that'll be his last shot because it's only like I said, it's only a short-term contract.
Who takes the title off of Cody? Like, all right, so here's my thing. I totally appreciate bringing indie stars. Mm-hmm. I think it's cool. I would love. I've been petitioning for weeks, and I know you see it on our Twitter. I've been petitioning for James Storm to be that guy just because I want to see Storm on TV again. I've always liked him as a wrestler. Hey, Storm, do our interview if you're watching. But it's, for me, like, I want to see someone that can legit take the title off of Cody. I want to see him wrestle somebody like a Jake Hager or, because who's he wrestling? Joey Janela, Sonny Kiss. People like that who don't really. Jungle Boy had a shot, but that was so soon in the run. That was the first defense that we knew Jungle Boy wasn't taking the title. Now, if you didn't waste Jungle Boy's spot there and you put him, next week I'm fighting Jungle Boy for the title, it would look more convincing. Hey, Jungle Boy has a shot at this match. Yeah. Who's going to be the first? If Matt Cardona loses and that's it right there, okay, who's next? Like, who actually has a legitimate chance to take the title off of Cody? Because if no one actually stepping up to get a legitimate shot off of Cody, these matches mean nothing. Yeah, you're promoting indie guys. Yeah, you're showing off Eddie Kingston. Yeah, you're showing off Warhorse to a new crowd like myself, who's never seen Warhorse ever before. I've watched Eddie Kingston and other promotions, but these matches really mean nothing. Just showmen.
I think you're going to get a big upset at when the title changes.
Who, Marco Stunt?
Nope. I think it's going to be Jacob Fatu.
Really? Did he sign? No, I heard he signed with. Who did he sign with?
Jacob Fatu has not. His contract is running out with MLW.
I thought he re-signed with MLW. I read.
No, not during this COVID thing. They can't hold. They said they're not holding their wrestlers down. That's the reason why Brian Pillman showed up on Dynamite's TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in the crowd last night too, by the way.
Yeah, he was. I know. He's been in the crowd the past 2 weeks. But Jacob Fatu, he might have signed, but they might have waived it and said that he can wrestle elsewhere
Well, the last thing I'm
because
seeing here is that he signed a multi-year deal back in 2019 with MLW. A
right,
multi-year deal was less than a year ago.
right. But then there's a pandemic and they're not wrestling and it's not
No, I
guaranteed money
get
during
that.
that. Yeah, so
I
that's what I'm
get that.
saying.
I get that. I don't
They
know.
can they can waive it.
It would be cool to see him.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool. I would love to see Brian Pillman take it off him.
Or have Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis is going to be a one-off. That's not going to be a contract.
NWA is not coming back. NWA Power is not going to come
Yeah,
back.
but they're not going to sign Nick Aldis. They don't have the money to sign him. You're dropping all this money everywhere else. You don't have the money to sign Aldis. Aldis is going to want big money.
Movers and shakers, buddy. They own an NFL team. They know how contracts work.
Tony Khan keeps spending that money. His daddy ain't going to have an NFL team too much longer.
It's making money, though. That's the thing. The TV's making money. The pay-per-views are making money. They're going to be fine.
So let's get to our main event. Well, hold on. Do you think MJF has any shot at taking the title off Mox? Any shot?
No, I think Wardlow gets involved, and I think Wardlow cost him again. And I think that's where you get the MJF Wardlow split. Then you go into a feud with Wardlow and MJF.
There you go.
Kind of like you had when Cody did with MJF, kind of deal. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the same story because it's playing out the same storyline. So
yeah. All right, main event time. Mox and Darby versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. I like that Ricky Starks is dressed in gold. Where'd they get that from, buddy? A little draped in gold? Yeah, keep watching, baby. Keep watching. That's all right. I see you, Cody.
First off, Ricky Starks said that he's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty fucking ugly.
Dude.
He looks like he got hit by a shovel, man.
Dude, he does. But did his promo go too long? It felt like
it did. The music started.
Yeah, they were. He was like, "Oh shit, I gotta go. What do I do with the mic?"
Like you would think someone behind the camera would be like, "Go home, go home,
let's go."
Kind of like what I do to you when we're running too long. I'm like,
let's go. For the record, he's never done that. He loves talking about this shit.
No, I've done it to him. I almost did it 5 minutes ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ, let's go.
Oh, shut up. He was just a little nervous, though, man. That was the first time he's really talked.
I got things to see and people to do.
There you go. He was just nervous, man. So anyway, so they come out. Darby does a big coffin drop right out the stage to start the show, and then Cage with the big smile of the night dropping Darby right on his fucking head.
Yeah,
Darby goes to jump over the ropes and he's like.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is? Like, there was not a lot of things that you can take notes about because the match was all over the place. This is my notes. Ready for this? Darby Allin does a coffin drop from the rafters to start the match. Great match. Love the tornado tag with no DQ match. Darby Allin looks like Bradley Cooper from Wedding Crashers.
Really? I got like half a page here.
No, but I also said Ricky Starks took a big bump with the tack skateboard on the back. My problem with that is he could have gotten really hurt because it didn't stick. It slid. Like
it shredded his back.
He could have got really hurt more than what he did. Like
yeah,
it could have
ripped him. Look at it. It looks like it shredded his back, bro. So anyway, so here are my notes. It just
slid.
Yeah, here are my notes. So nice. So Starks had a nice spear during the picture-in-picture, which looked really good. Cage went to suplex Darby into Starks, but Starks was like too far. And so when he suplexed him, like Darby landed at his feet and Starks kind of stumbled back and he's like, oh, fuck, I got to pick this guy up. Darby, let's see here. Darby with the tacks and the fucking skateboard. He cut up Starks pretty good. And then at the end of the match, this is what really bothered me. And this is where I think, Tony, you need to listen. Cody, or not Cody, you listen to. There's at the end of the match when they announce next week, it's the number 5 versus the number 1 or the champion, Darby Allin versus Mox. And they don't know that in the ring. I mean, they know that because it's the world, but they don't know that in that wrestling world. They're looking at each other and they're blah, 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 doing their thing. Show that illustration that you showed on the little right-hand corner right there where you showed everybody what was going to happen. Show it on the screen behind them. Show them, yo, you got a match next week. So then Darby can look at it and be like, yeah, like, and point at the title and do all this shit. It would look better. It would have showed their reaction, which would have got more of a reaction.
I think that if there was people in the crowd, they would have done that.
Yeah, I would have thought that would look bad. I mean, there's people in the crowd. Dude, let me tell you something. I don't feel like anything's missing from AEW. The people in the crowd right now are the wrestlers, and
No, I'm talking
they're
about
going good. They're doing good.
I'm talking about if there was like a full packed house in an arena.
No, yes, I get what you're saying there, but what I'm saying is I'm talking completely different now. That crowd that's in AEW has kept me on. Like, they're literally like, anytime they get into it, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't feel like I'm missing anything from AEW. In WWE, NXT, I hear the banging on the fucking plexiglass like we're at a hockey game.
And the fake crowd noise.
Yeah, and the fake crowd noise. So, but no, that's my only thought about that match. I like the ending. Ricky Starks shaking his leg like a fucking dog pissing. Like, I think that was legit. I think his body was in shock from the pain.
Yeah, because he got scraped like a cheese grater.
Yeah, he got ripped up pretty good. So that is it for NXT. I mean, for AEW. They are the winners this week.
No, that is it for NXT. That's a show.
Oh.
Good night, guys.
Oh, wait. We have to talk about NXT.
God. Okay. Hey, I'm going to start off right off the bat. Okay. Why do you start off after Dakota Kai kicked fucking Io Shirai's face off? Why do you start off with a tag match? Like, put them together. Like, have Candice LeRae on the outside as a valet.
I thought it was a fatal four-way.
Right, yeah. There's nothing. But have Shirai and Dakota Kai go one-on-one. Have Tegan Nox in Shirai's corner and Candice LeRae and then have them like cost someone the match to where it's got to be a third match, or it's got to be something at TakeOver build up to. That was nothing. That it was fucking stupid. I remember my note was match no good, didn't do anything for me. Why not have Kai and Shirai battle 1-1? Yeah. Question mark.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. No argument there.
And if you're gonna have a tag match, why do you have Shirai pin LeRae? Have Shirai pin Kai.
Yeah.
And then have Kai turn on LeRae instead of having her walk away. It made no sense to me.
No. And there was another spot that didn't make sense to me. Last year, War Games in November?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Last year, War Games, Dakota Kai turned on Tegan Nox, right? Uh-huh. So you have Tegan Nox versus Candice LeRae going at it. And then Candice LeRae tags out to Tegan Nox or to Dakota Kai, and Tegan Nox walks over and just tags Io Shirai. That person fucking just destroyed you at War Games and turned their back on you and beat you down. Why are you tagging out so quickly?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck in there. You look weak now. You look weak. You look like Kane in the fucking early 2000s. Weak. So, anyway. All right. That's it for that match. So then we have a promo on Pat versus Adam Cole. I guess Chris was right. This is all Work City.
Because you know the reason why I say that is because Pat is contracted by WWE. That's how I knew it was a work.
Is he still under NXT contract?
Mm-hmm. It's
he didn't make the cuts?
No, he's an announcer, and he has followers. He's like an Instagram, Twitter, YouTube influencer.
He would have buried Vince McMahon.
Right, 100%. So, and he brings his cult following to watch him on the pre-show. So that's all it is, and it was just stir buzz. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Gargano versus Strong. What did you think of this match?
Instant wrestling classic.
Yes, this is a match I'm really excited for, and it's a great technical match to start.
Mauro Ranallo made a stupid comment at the beginning when he started to say Gargano and Strong only met once. Then he quickly stated here in NXT.
Yeah.
Because they wrestled multiple times in ROH and PWG.
Yeah. So, thanks, Mauro. That's why JBL treated you like a bitch. Yeah. All right. So for me, right after this match ended, my first thought was him losing means he's on his way out of UE. I thought this was ending. No, not today. So next we have a promo of Dakota Kai saying she's the number one contender, but Rhea Ripley jumps in. So I'm pretty sure next week we're getting a Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai number one contender match. So next we have an interview for Thatcher. Thatcher talking about his triple threat match, and then we move into a promo of Undisputed Era. This promo kind of hyped me up. Kyle O'Reilly
shaved his beard,
new hair.
Yeah,
bro, he looks so beautiful, so beautiful.
and Bobby Fish looks jacked.
Dude, we're getting Red Dragon back, man. I'm excited for that next week. So anyway, so we move into Schatzy Blackheart
versus Mercedes Havoc.
Yes, versus Mercedes Havoc. Go ahead and speed through this.
Again, match did nothing for me.
Oh, wait. First, I'm sorry. She said, "Welcome to the ball pit." That's all I had to get out. What a fucking loser. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
First off, I didn't notice it, but when she drives the tank down, I think someone in the back has an RC controller, and because she was turning the wheel left and right, and it wasn't going left and right, it went straight to the steps. So, again, match did nothing for me. Martinez pummeled Blackheart, did a big belly-to-back suplex from the top rope. Martinez Havoc gets the win.
There you go. That's my notes.
And guess what? Well, shocker. You get another fucking promo after this.
Yes, of Ridge Holland coming in.
Yeah.
And then another promo after that.
There's no wrestling on this fucking show.
No
wrestling.
The promo.
What I did love about this next promo, this is my note. In-ring promo, Keith Lee. Lee kept calling him Dijak. It made me laugh because that was his name in ROH and Dijakovic is in NXT. He calls out Cross, but Grimes comes out, lights go out, Scarlett comes out.
Grimes says Dijak too.
Yeah. And Cross appears on the screen. Lee beats the shit out of Grimes. Okay.
So, but when Cross appeared on the screen, Cross said, "All will suffer." Do we see Mia Yim get touched?
I think he takes her captive.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because when he said "all will suffer," that kind of leads me to believe there's only one other person who's close to Keith Lee, and that's Mia Yim.
Yeah.
So next we get Imperium versus Ever Rise.
Nope. You're wrong.
What?
Nope, you're wrong.
Why?
It was Imperium versus the Old Bucks.
Oh. This is the first time you made me laugh all night. Thank you. This was a tag squash match. Okay, I'll drink it now. Thank you.
My note is boring. Imperium dominated. NXT is turning into a jobber show. Imperium gets on the mic. Undisputed Era comes out and jumps him.
Dude, Undisputed Era, bro. I love Adam Cole cutting the promo with no microphone.
Oh, yeah. It's so it was so organic. That's how the MJF promo should have been. Organic. Here, take the ball and run, Guess what? Guess what comes on after this? A fucking promo for the fat guy.
For our residential king, Thick. That was a good Mauro Ranallo impression. I should do that more often.
Guys, I'm not trying to bury NXT, but I'm only talking about...
They're burying themselves.
Exactly.
So, we're only talking about what they give us, man. That's all we're talking about is what they give us.
Yeah, I'm only talking about what they're giving me. So, I can only give you what they're giving me.
King Swerve's next. I know you were excited about this match. This was a cruiserweight match.
I thought it was a good high-flying back-and-forth match. I love how Swerve hit the house call dropkick on the outside when Atlas was hung up on the ropes. Swerve hits the JML driver for the win.
I like Swerve, yes. I like Shane Strickland, very good wrestler. I'm starting to grow into Jake Atlas a little bit. The kid's good.
Yeah.
He knows how to sell.
I love his move that he does the cartwheel on the turnbuckle to the DDT. I think that's the coolest move I've seen besides the Canadian Destroyer.
Anyway, shut the fuck up.
Drink your Kirkland water.
Okay, I drink now. Thank you. All right, next we have
another
punishment
promo.
Martinez. Yeah, but this promo is okay because it's Madal punishment Martinez.
Another fucking promo. Golly.
Damian Priest,
By the
baby.
way, fans, there was 5 matches on NXT with 8 promos.
How many matches on AEW?
I'll tell you right now.
While you're doing that,
1,
Chris, should I tell
2.
him about our show next week?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. We have got an interview coming up with the one, the only, the breakneck kid, Alex Ocean, straight out of CCW, straight out of GCW. This kid's a monster. Wait, just tune in Tuesday night. You guys will not be disappointed. All right, so how many?
There was 5 matches and 6 promos. But the
5 matches and 6 promos compared to 5 matches and 8 promos. So that means we've had more wrestling time in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Promos were better on AEW because you had the MJF promo, you had the Mox promo. The Britt Baker one was terrible. The Nyla Rose one I could have done without. You know,
What
the
about
contract.
that Jericho?
That was a good one. That was a good one. The contract signing is telling a story, you know, and everything like that. But none of these other fucking promos are doing nothing for me. Like Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich Holland, like I don't give a fuck about Rich Holland. Do the vignette next week when he's about ready to come out.
Did you watch Rich Holland in UK?
No.
No.
First of all, why are you doing a promo for someone that's already on your roster on the UK, NXT UK? Why not?
Because people like you don't know who he is.
I don't give a fuck about him. I can care less.
Sir, I need you to change the way you watch the shows.
Okay, and you think by me changing it's going to make NXT better?
No.
Okay,
all right, so final match. Let's just get through it, man. Actually, I was okay with this match. I was okay. I like this match. I like the way it ended. I like the way it unfolded. I like the way it started.
I want you to tell me what my biggest problem with this match was.
Can I build to it? Because it's right here in the beginning, I think.
Okay.
This is my biggest problem with the match.
Mm-hmm.
This match starts off. We have Loomis, Thatcher, and Finn. Match starts with Thatcher and Finn going at it. Loomis just watching. They come in. Loomis fights him off. They both go to the outside. Loomis, this is my problem with the match. This is one of the bigger problems I found. Loomis does one of the most athletic things I've seen since whatchamacallit?
Ricochet.
I'm going to call him Ricocket because that's what Chris Jericho calls him on his podcast, Ricocket. Ricochet does the front flip over into Velveteen Dream and tells him anything you can do, I can do better. Loomis does the same thing but kind of uses the ropes to do it. They fucking miss it.
Mm-hmm.
The cameras completely squash it. They miss it. We don't know what just happened. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what just happened, but that was my biggest issue with the match. But go ahead. What was your biggest issue? What do I think your biggest issue was?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Finn not winning because I know you're a Finn fanboy.
Yeah, okay. Finn goes after Loomis's left leg and ankle, right?
Uh-huh.
Loomis doesn't sell the leg the whole match.
Of course, baby. Loomis is a monster.
But he sells it when he's going after Thatcher with 3 minutes left of the match. He sells it, but then when he gets back up and does the slam that sets up for the dead silence, he's fucking fine.
That's the way it works, man. That's the way it works. We're only working with what they give us, people. We're only working with what they give us.
I mean, the ending was cool. I like how the ending was. Loomis went by submitting Thatcher. Well, Thatcher had Balor in an ankle lock. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like the way Loomis left the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in for the pussy.
He gets out of the ring like he's the giant ant from Bug's Life.
Dude, seriously, the arm strength that guy has is nuts.
His core,
yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Dude, his tattoos are crazy too, bro. Just black blob.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does it mean? I want to be. One day I'm gonna meet this guy and be like, "What does your tattoo mean?"
Oh, another thing, because he's not gonna talk when he talks to you, but he didn't say a word. But when Thatcher has him in like an arm bar, the referee asks him, "Are you gonna tap?" He yells no. He yells no at the top of his lungs. He could have just shook his head no or not said a word. Like, keep the character going. Don't have him scream out in pain. Like, that makes him look weak. Like, what the fuck, man?
We're only working what they give us. I'm making a shirt that says we only work with what they give us.
We're gonna show it when NXT goes live. We're gonna go to house shows. I'm like, we only work with what you give us.
Anyway, that is it. That's all. I think I have to change my microphone because it's not a war anymore. It's just become like so just disturbing to watch. I enjoy Wednesdays for one reason really, and that's AEW. And I don't watch you. I mean, for me, it's like JR was right. Watch AEW live and tape NXT. It's just so much better.
Yeah.
So, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
I drink my Kirkland's water now. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, all right, man. I will catch up with you. I think that's it. I think we're done.
Yep.
All right. Well, did you have fun?
Yeah. Bunches.
All right, cool. I'm going to go have sex now.